Guys, we hit 1 million subscribers. OMG. It feels so surreal. I cannot believe it happened. Guys. Oh my gosh, it's going so fast. Guys. We made it. We hit 1 million subscribers. We just celebrated our 3-year YouTube anniversary, so it is so exciting. I feel so blessed and so happy to hit this milestone. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel, always showing so much love and support. So today I thought I would share my story, how I got started, why I got started. Maybe some of you are curious to know why I started Low Carb Love, or how it all came about. So I originally started on Instagram. So if you guys are not following me on Instagram, go follow me right now. On my Instagram, I share all my low carb recipes. I share weight loss tips and also just kind of a glimpse into my real life. So yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed, go do that. So I started Low Carb Love on YouTube in 2020 during the pandemic, but I started Low Carb Love on Instagram back 5 years ago in 2018. So I've never really shared why I started Low Carb Love or how, but today I figured for our 1 million giveaway, I would share just a little background on how I actually got started with Low Carb Love. So a friend of mine actually lost 70 pounds on keto in 3 months. So when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, like, hold up, what? So I went online, did a little bit of research on my own because he was doing more of a carnivore. So he basically lost 70 pounds on like a carnivore keto diet in 3 months. Then I, of course, did my own research, tried it out for 1 week, and I lost 10 pounds. Now, the reason why I lost 10 pounds is because back then I was consuming a lot more carbs, cut all the carbs, and so you do lose a lot of water weight and all of that as well. So there's, that obviously contributed to my 10-pound weight loss in a week, but it just like really motivated me. And so I went online, started doing a ton of research. I found a bunch of creators on Instagram that I started following their pages. I got really invested into like keto. And so I was actually following keto pages for about 2 years before I finally decided to start my own. And the reason why is because, so for those of you that don't know, I lost 135 pounds about 15 years ago. And back then I wanted to share my story, but I was a kid. I didn't know how to do it. And so I just kind of threw that on the back burner, never really thought about it again. So I started seeing a lot of people share their weight loss journeys on keto. And at that point, that's where I was doing a lot of research. I had already started the keto diet. And so back then, there was no food on the market that was labeled keto. You're just buying a lot of whole foods and making everything at home. Now me, I have a big sweet tooth. So what I started doing was recipe testing, and I started doing a lot of that in my own kitchen, literally like 10-hour days in the kitchen. And that's what I started sharing on Instagram. So if you scroll all the way back, to the beginning of my Instagram, you will see that back then I would literally share what I was making, what I was eating, and a lot of it had to do with desserts because that was my biggest focus. I knew that I could have eggs, I knew that I could have meats and bacon and sausage and veggies. I already knew that, but the hard part for me to stay on keto back then was the sweets because there weren't a lot of sweets that you could just order like you can now. So the beginning of Low Carb Love was definitely focused around desserts and baking and recipe testing. I even have like a book that I have a lot of like my favorite recipes that I created back in the day. And one day I will share them. A cookbook is so past due, and that is definitely coming. And some of those recipes will be shared in there because they are just, literally took me so many tries to get it to be perfect, So anyway, so once I got comfortable sharing recipes and really just wrapping my head around keto because guys, there is so much information out there. So after about 8 months of sharing recipes and really just sharing everything that I was learning about keto, because I was literally sharing as I was learning. Then that's when I thought like, okay, I can see that a lot of women or a lot of people struggle with weight loss. And that's the one thing that I knew I had done, and I had done it twice. So if you guys don't know my whole story, I'll leave that video linked in the description below. I talk about how I've lost over 100 pounds twice. So I knew that I had like really valuable information to share. And so that's when I started sharing my weight loss journey. Now, I was a little hesitant to share my weight loss journey at first because it wasn't like a weight loss that I had done at that moment. This was literally like 15 years back. But the thing is that the weight loss journey is just one, like kind of like one milestone that you hit or you reach. But then there's like the maintenance journey. And the maintenance journey is the one that you carry on forever, right? Because after you reach your goal weight, a lot of people can get to the goal weight, right? Let's say you're trying to lose 10, 15, 20, 50 pounds. And then you're like, oh my God, okay, I reached it. I hit my goal. But then what? If you go back to eating the way you were eating, then little by little, the weight's just gonna creep back on. I knew that I had maintained my weight. I had lost the weight and then maintained it all those years. And so that's what I started sharing on Instagram. And I just kind of started sharing a combination of everything. It was the recipes and my weight loss and motivation and tips. And sometimes I think like I really want to focus on that even here on YouTube. That information might be really beneficial to some of you if you guys would want me to like dive deep into certain parts of weight loss, like whether it's calories, whether it's like your mentality, what you do when you fall off, what you do when you're not motivated. Like guys, I've been there, I've done that. Like I grew up eating straight up junk food. Let me know, comment down below. Let me know what you guys struggle with. And yeah, I will kind of see what you guys are, like what info would be really beneficial for you guys. And I would be more than happy to share it. I love sharing information with you guys, but like all in all, the reason why I started Low Carb Love was to help as many people as I could with weight loss. I just feel like I know the mentality you need to have in order to succeed. And it's not just during the weight loss, it's once you reach it, the maintenance. The maintenance is definitely the most difficult part of a weight loss journey, which is why for me, I continue living a low carb lifestyle. And low carb has worked for me. I feel like when I start gaining a little bit of weight, I always go back to keto. These are all things that I could share with you guys, but today's video is really just about why I got started, how I got started. And yeah, it was a friend of mine that originally motivated me by losing 70 pounds in 3 months. I was literally mind blown, could not believe it. And went online, did my research. I tried it. I was super motivated after losing 10 pounds. And then it was really just sharing my weight loss journey with you guys, and just kind of sharing with everyone that someone like me, I was just like a normal girl that weighed over 300 pounds. I used to eat cereal for breakfast. I used to love eating chips and ice cream and just all the junk food that you can possibly think of. I would just snack on it here and there along with like my mom's food. And guys, that was just the perfect storm to get me to the weight that I ended up at. But I was focused, I was motivated, and I just knew I was gonna do it. So that is how I have lost the weight and maintained it all these years. And now here we are 5 years later. I have almost 2 million followers on Instagram, and we just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube. All right guys, so as promised, we are doing a huge giveaway for hitting 1 million subscribers. This is a way for me to give back to you guys as well. I was gonna do a grand prize winner, but I really, honestly, I just feel better and more comfortable sharing it amongst more of you. So we are doing 10 winners, and you're gonna be able to choose between a stand mixer, so a KitchenAid stand mixer, a Vitamix Blender, or a cookware set. So you guys see the cookware set that I use, and then the blender that I use, and then the stand mixer that I use. So they're all roughly about the same price, between $400 to $500. So to enter to win the giveaway, you need to subscribe to this channel and turn your post notifications on. I also just started a new personal channel here on YouTube, so subscribe to that channel as well. Head over to Instagram, and you're gonna follow both Low Carb Love, and I have a personal channel on Instagram as well. So follow those two channels, subscribe to these two channels, and turn your post notifications on. Lastly, comment down below and let me know which one of the 3 gifts you would want to win. So I'm gonna leave all the rules in the description below, but those are the rules to enter the giveaway. So once again, guys, thank you so much for being here, for always showing me so much love and support. You guys don't know how much this means to me. Honestly, it feels surreal to be here talking to you guys and just knowing that we just hit 1 million subscribers. All right, guys, so I'm gonna be announcing the winners on a video next week. Good luck to you all. Guys, thanks so much for being here, and I will see you on my next video. Mwah.